So question number 5 is, what will reporting and analytics look like? So tying into how are you going to prove your results, what do reporting and analytics look like?
Yeah, I mean, there used to be a real standard of just kind of PowerPoint presentations that people would put together and pull out different numbers. And in today's world, we're able to set up real-time analytics dashboards and check in. So, depending on how much you want to monitor, it's, work with your agency and say, we want to see a monthly report that you stand up in the front of the room and present to us, or we want access to a real-time dashboard, or somewhere in between. It's really how much you want to know what's going on, and I think over time you build more trust with the agency, and then you're able to kind of take breaks. Like maybe up front you want to see things a little closer together, and then as things progress and you see consistent results, you don't have to check in as much.
Yeah. And a big one for you, Darren, kind of piggybacking off of that is, what do you do when there are big wins or big losses, or a mixture of both?
The legwork should be done up front by an agency, with regards to understanding and not over-promising and under-delivering. I think that's key. It's the reason why we've built a lot of long-standing relationships with our clients. Understanding the KPIs, again, not yesing people to death. I think being brutally honest and transparent. If somebody comes to you and wants to grow the business by 1,000% and comes in and is like, I have $1,000 a month.
$1 per percent. I mean, that's pretty good, I thought.
Probably not a good match.
Yeah.
But it's really, to me, in my position where I sit, it's on us to ensure that we're doing the legwork to understand, having the client have their KPIs ready, understanding them, and saying with brutal honesty, we think we can achieve this. I mean, we sit in a ton of rooms with potential new clients saying, we might be able to do this, we might not be.
Right.
And being honest about it.
Yeah, and I think and all marketing really is somewhat of an educated guess, right?
Yeah.
And so you never know what's going to work, and I think it's on the agency to over-communicate expectations up front, and be clear about that, and then when things start rolling, if it looks like you're getting off track, it's better to communicate those things early so everyone's on the same page and there's no surprises where you wait for a quarterly report and then it's like, well, we've been failing for the last 6 weeks, but our reporting wasn't coming up, so we were hoping one day it was going to turn around, right?
Yeah.
I think clear communication and expectation setting and knowing that going into any marketing engagement, there's obviously a level of risk, so.
Right. It's the, the good old 80-20 rule, right? Like
80-20 rule, understanding, having the core value. If somebody's going to tell you that they're setting a marketing strategy for a year in advance, dude, run the other way. Like
Right.
literally run the other way, like non-starter. It's a scary thought.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, because if you're not able to pivot quickly to
Yeah.
your losses,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
If 80% of the time you're failing, but you're failing quickly, you're pivoting nimbly, you're able to, in today's day and age with the digital marketing that we're able to do, you're able to move very quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're able to see what's happening on a daily basis and what kind of results we're getting. So, if a couple of bad days in a row, we know it's time that we got to adjust something and make changes.
I mean, the majority of the clients we work on, we're planning quarterly.
quarterly.
Sometimes at the
And
beginning.
they change.
And to your point about the cadence earlier,
Yeah.
having usually in a relationship, it's better to have a cadence that is over communicative. So even if we start with some of our clients on a weekly basis, and then over time after a month you get into a little bit of a groove,
Right.
Go monthly or go bi-weekly.
And you together
Build
have
trust.
learned what's working and what's not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
out of the gate you're going to be testing different messaging angles, different audiences, different channels, and as you learn what's working and what's not, you turn things off, you turn things up, and you go from there.
Right.
And you learn to begin, even between the client and the agency, you begin to trust each other.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a key component to the relationship.
And I know for us, when it comes to actual reporting presentations and building trust, that a big thing is to be able to get together in a room.
Vital to our
Yeah.
success. As an agency, for us specifically, it plays a key component. As a New Jersey agency, really focusing on New Jersey business, it's important for us to be able to meet face to face. I mean, we were sitting in a meeting this morning with a client, a New Jersey client, that we sat in a room for the first time. It was important for the client to look us in the eye and for us to look at the client
Right.
in the eye.